guys, today I'm finally doing a sit down type of video and I wanted to do a video on my parking lot ratchet fights. I have a bunch of these, but these are three of the biggest and most ratchet ones, I guess, and I thought I'd share them with you because whenever I tell my friends, they're like, what? My friends who are there during that time are like, oh my god. They all know this bitch is cray. This bitch will fight somebody, so step up on me if you want. Let me just say, whenever I'm in the car and I'm not personally driving, I'm still down to fight. I always tell my friends whenever we're going to a busy Asian parking lot, if you need me, I am on standby. I am ready to fight, okay? Usually it's just yelling matches. Twice it almost got into a physical match. I don't want to get arrested yet, so I'm not damaging my record for some basic ass bitch. So let me tell you about the first one. I don't know if you guys recall, it was a while ago and I'd actually vlogged not the actual fight, but the aftermath of it, and I was talking about it, but it was all blurry, and then there was music in that video and got copyrighted, and I can't deal with YouTube at all, so I'm gonna retell this story with a lot more detail because I remember it was pretty ratchet. So my sisters, they go to this Chinese school every single Friday night, and usually I have to pick them up, and let me just tell you, in that parking lot every Friday night I'm ready to scrap because people are just insane. But across the school there's also an Asian mall where you can get bubble tea, stuff from China, I don't know, okay? Especially on weekends, parking is fucking hell on earth. I was so surprised that I found a spot, I pulled in, I headed in. Literally 3 minutes later, there was this person that was walking behind me and I heard them walking and talking, and they had just unlocked the car right in front of me. Oh, sweet, I can pull up because I like being backed in more than headed in because when I exit it's just a lot easier, and if I can, then why not, right? And no one was there at that time, so they got in their car, they left pretty fast, and right as they left, they were like this and I was behind them, right? So as soon as they left, I pulled up into their spot, so now I was backed in. All of a sudden there's this car that was rushing through and they start honking, and then I'm in my car Basically, I had no business being in that parking lot. I was just waiting for my sisters to be done. This crazy ass bleached blonde hair ass lady stalks out of the car and she's yelling and she's like, what are you doing? And she's yelling all this with a very, very heavy Chinese accent. So let me imitate that. Don't worry, I got subtitles for you. So if you don't understand, don't worry. What are you doing? I park in this spot first. I park here, I signal. I wait so long, you know, I wait the 3 hour, I wait. So she was yelling and I'm just kind of laughing because I'm like, oh shit. I know that I was here first because basically I saw the guy walk up and he didn't even get into his car to leave until I was there. So I had already parked in that spot. I sure as hell ain't moving. Spot behind me is still free. No one has parked in it yet. And she's like, go back to your spot. Go back to your spot. Go. Why are you here? I signaled for so long. And I'm like, bitch, if you were nice. She's keeps yelling, and then she realizes that I don't really give a shit. I haven't really been responding to her. I'm kind of just laughing in my car. And you know when someone laughs at you when you're angry, you just get more angry? So she was literally screaming at the top of her lungs. People are walking by going who the hell is this crazy lady? And I'm here oh, shit. She put her car on a hazard stop, got out of her car, came up next to my window, and I rolled it down and I was like, do you have a problem? I signaled for so long, all this stuff, and she's like, I swear the bleach in her hair must have gotten to her brain, and bitch, you need to bleach in tone, okay? Your hair was orange as shit. I just kind of giggled in her face because I was like, well, I'm not moving now because the car just pulled into the back. She was so mad that she took her hand and she slammed my mirror, my car side mirror. Bitch, what? What? I said this exactly to her. Bitch, you touch my car again, I'm gonna call the fucking police for harassment. And she says, call the police! I'm gonna call the police! I'm gonna call the police! You took my spot! I call the police! Bitch, I wish you would try! The criminology major here had just studied that police are so frustrated with stupid calls, so bitch, I wish you would try. I'm like, go ahead. So I took out my phone and I started dialing 911. Her eyes were what? Basically in her mind at that moment she was like, this little Asian bitch ain't afraid of me. So that kind of stopped her a bit, and I was like, do you want me to continue? Because I will call them for you if you want, to let them know that I took your spot. She stalked back to her car because she didn't even know what to say, because what logical answer could he have to that? There's nothing. She goes in her car, she takes off the hazard stop, and she presses on her horn for literally 5 minutes. I'm surprised her car battery is still alive and everything, because she was just on her horn, and everyone walking by is like, this is what's gonna give me heart failure. I'm there like, do you think that's gonna get me out? Like, I'm in the spot and you're parked on the side honking. And then eventually after 10 minutes of honking and me just laughing, she just got so frustrated, she just like stepped on her gas and left the parking lot. But it's funny because at the time that she left, it was already time for me to pick up my sister, so I would have gotten out of my spot anyway. But bitch, be nice, okay? Story number 2 is at this Asian night market that we have every single year in our city. And we have this night market, it's basically like a lot of food. It's just all Asians, okay? Like, if you're white there, everyone will be like, what? Honestly, like, the crowd gives me angina. The food is really good, like, it's a good atmosphere, it's like nighttime. It's like, kind of if you've been to like Asia, the night market's there, it's kind of like a replica of it, obviously a shitty one. There's no parking there, okay? And then there's this parking lot across the street. It's like a grocery store, McDonald's, Shoppers Drug Mart, and it says, you can't park here because it's not part of the night market and all prosecutors will be towed or whatever. I'm like, bitch, I wish you would try. So everyone parks there regardless. I go with my friends. We go in 2 separate cars and I'm driving one of the cars. My friend is driving another car. We are like going around and around looking for a spot, thinking like, oh my god, this is hell on earth, number 2. I finally see one, like a car starts backing out, so I'm like, yes, victory! And I signal right away because that is the most important thing. You always signal first in any given situation. And I'm waiting there and there's no other cars in the lane, and then this car comes in and he starts signaling. So I'm like, bitch, what? I start rolling down my window and my friend is like, don't, Amy, don't. Bitch, it's too late, it's too late. I stick my head out the window like this and I'm like, bitch, what are you signaling for? This is not your spot. Do you not see my signal? It's courtesy, it's courtesy, it's courtesy. And I yell that over and over again because I'm like, ain't no Asian bitch taking my spot today. My friends that are in the other car, they happen to pass by and then they're like, calm down, calm down. And I'm yelling at the top of my lungs like, stop signaling. I'm personally so offended at that moment that they're signaling, even though they're not even trying to get in the spot yet. They're just signaling and I'm like, bitch, why? Why are you signaling? Like, there's no spot for you. I'm inching closer to the spot that's backing out and this other motherfucker is still signaling. So I'm yelling as I'm like on the wheel. I'm like, stop signaling, turn your signal off. And then I realized that my spot was not the spot they were signaling for. Good job, Amy, good job. And then I'm like, oh shit. So I pulled my head back in the window. I'm like, carry on with life, go. Sorry. My friends never let that go. They bring it up every single year during the night market. Do you remember when you yelled at an innocent ass lady for signaling for another spot when it wasn't even your spot? And I'm like, of course I do. Like, the last story is perhaps the most recent story and the funniest, and I just can't. On Boxing Day, which is like Black Friday, imagine parking like fuck, like even at 6 in the morning, doesn't matter. It's just parking is hell on fucking earth. We hit our first mall, parking was amazing. We go to our second mall, Vaughan Mills in Vaughan, Ontario. Angina! Stroke! TIA! Heart attack! All at the same time. Ugh! So we circled around for around 10 minutes, no spots, people were signaling in every single row. All that shit is in my vlog, which I'll link down below. I think I vlogged, did I? I have vlogged a Boxing Day before, so I'll link that down below so you can get a general gist of all the Boxing Day assholes. I was in the back seat. I was with my 2 friends, Bernard and Vanessa, so they were in the front seat and we were just like, you know what? There's no use going around and around because no spots are opening up. There's people in every single lane, so let's just find an empty lane with no cars. Just kind of stay there and wait for someone to come out because people are constantly coming in and out. And then we're all like, hey, that's a good idea. So we go in this one lane, we park, and then all of a sudden there's this car that was signaling to come out and we didn't even know there was anyone in that car. So obviously we're like, celebrate good times, come on. We were so happy, we're like, yay. We signal for it, like Bernard signals the shit out of his signal, okay? And then this Indian lady walks, not drives, she walks. And she stands on the spot and she's like this. Oh, hell no. And let me tell you, Bernard knows how I'm ready to fight any person who tries me on Boxing Day or any crazy parking day, because we went to Fairview one year for Boxing Day and this other car tried to signal for a spot. Obviously they didn't get it, but I was ready to jump out of the car and fight this old fat man. Child-proofed the doors just so I wouldn't fight this man. Bitches best believe I was ready to fight this Indian lady. And she's like, go to us. And we're like, bitch, what? Sorry, excuse me? What? And then she's like going like this to the other side, getting her husband to come around in his big Jeep thingamajig. I don't remember what it was. It was a big car. He comes around and she's like, my spot. You don't get the spot. I should stop doing accents because I'm just gonna offend everyone that watches this and I'm gonna get in trouble, so. Just know if I was telling you this story in real life, these accents would be used 100%. I was in the back and I'm like, Bernard, Vanessa, like yell at her, like do something. Bernard rolls down the window and he's like, they're both so nice, like God bless my friends. Imagine if we were all as temperamental as I am, like people would not survive. Bernard's like, excuse me, we signal for this spot first. And then Vanessa's like, you can't do that. You can't just walk into a spot because we signal, like, hello, etiquette. They all said this in very nice, and you just see my head poke out between them. So Bernard's here, Vanessa's here, and I'm like, bitch, do you know what etiquette is? Do you know etiquette? We signal first. Did you signal first? Do you even have a signal? No, you don't. You don't have a signal. Etiquette. And I kept saying etiquette like so many times, and she was just like, she didn't know what to say. She didn't really respond. Her husband tries to park, but our car was obviously in the way because we were fucking ready to park. Like, hello, we signal first. Husband has the audacity to honk at us to move our car so he can park. Why would I move my car that we signal first for the spot for so you can park your car in the spot that you're gonna steal from us? No. And I'm like, Bernard, if you move this fucking car, I'm gonna fucking fight you right here. So I'm like, don't you dare move the car. We're not backing down to this Indian lady. It was basically kind of a not yelling match, more yelling match from us, and they were just like, sorry, nope, sorry, nope. Like they didn't have any logical response. They're like, sorry, no. At this point, Bernard and Vanessa has had it. They're like, okay, Amy, do your worst. Like, you can scream. I poke my head out my window. He let me roll down my window for once. And I'm like, get out of our fucking spot right now. Like, bitch, move. This Indian lady had like a teenage daughter. I don't know. She was probably like 17, 18, 19, 40, I don't know. Obviously, like if I was a daughter that age and my mom was standing in the spot, which is completely not okay, I would be like, Mom, you need to get out because this is just embarrassing. She was like, Mom, let's get out. Like, let's just find another spot. I'm like, yeah, get out. Like, this is not etiquette. Do you not know how to signal? And I was still screaming all these things at her. I was like, you stupid ass motherfucking bitch. And I opened my door. As soon as I open my door and she hears the click, she's kind of like, look at me, like, I'll fight you. I don't care who you are. By the way, you rude ass people on my comments need to stop saying, stop trying to be American. First of all, I don't want to be American. I'm very happy with my free healthcare. Thank you very much. Second of all, someone was like, stop trying to be black. Like, ugh. Am I gonna go to you when you're drinking bubble tea or boba or when you're eating pho and say, stop trying to be so Asian? No, bitch. Anyways, back to the story. So she jumped back and she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. Because like completely, I would have kicked her ass. Like I don't care. I would have taken all three of them. There was these people that were coming up behind our car and they were going back to their spot and they were like kind of laughing. They were like, oh my god, like it's okay. You can have our spot. Our spots are right here. You can have it. You can have it. They were just trying to defuse the situation. And I'm like, good. Because if you didn't defuse the situation, we would have all ended up on the news that night. That situation still completely makes me so mad thinking about it. How does someone become so stupid that they would do such a thing? Let me know, because I don't know. Anyways, that is it for my parking fights, and as you can tell, they're all very, very ratchet, and I have a bunch of more like ratchet stories that if you want me to tell, let me know. So follow me on all my social media, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, it's all at azpremium. I'll also put my like my Snapchat code right here in case you wanna, you know, see more of this. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. Bye!